Welcome back to my channel, Trash to Teach.
Use digital analytics to grow your business. Digital analytics is the process of collecting, measuring, and analyzing data from digital sources such as websites or mobile apps. This data can be used to understand how users interact with their digital properties and to improve your marketing and business decisions. If you run a business that uses a website or mobile app, you may want to know things like how your users interact with your website or app, the effectiveness of your marketing campaigns, and which content is the most helpful in achieving business goals, and how users find your website or app. Digital analytics tools like Google Analytics can answer these questions. Here's a simple marketing funnel that shows the different stages of a customer journey. Acquisition, engagement, monetization. Acquisition involves building awareness of your product or service and acquiring user interest. Engagement is when your users interact with your business. Monetization is when a user becomes a customer and makes a purchase. Digital analytics uses data to align this funnel with your business objectives. Acquisition at the top of the funnel is where you can see which marketing channels bring customers to your website or app. Engagement in the middle of the funnel is where you can see what content users engage with and share with others. Monetization and retention at the bottom of the funnel is where you can measure how many users become customers and how often they return to your website or app. These insights can help you better optimize your brand's performance and make informed decisions based on behavioral data. Next, how Google Analytics handles data. How data flows into Google Analytics and how that data is processed to create insightful reports. To connect your website to Google Analytics, you'll need to add a tag to your site. A tag is a small piece of code that is added to each page on your website in order to measure user behavior or add functionality. Tags can be added directly to your website's code or by using a tag management system like Google Tag Manager. There are several ways to tag based on how your website is built. Once the Google Analytics tag has been added to your website, the tag will collect information about users, like the device type and their geographic location, and how they interact with different pages on your website or app, like page views and form submissions. As your customers engage with website or app content, these interactions are sent to Google Analytics as events. Many common interactions are automatically collected as events in Google Analytics. For example, when a user first visits your website or app, Google Analytics will log this action as a first visit or a first open event. And when a user clicks an outbound link to leave your site, GA will record this as an outbound link click event. As events are collected, they are processed and then turned into information you can see in reports. You can then analyze this data to gain specific insights. For the Google Merchandise Store, analytics can show how many users visit a page that sells clothing compared to a page that sells housewares. Or, it could show you how many users purchased an item, like an Android doll, by tracking whether they made a purchase on the confirmation page. In order to collect data from apps, you'll need to add the Firebase Software Development Kit, or SDK, to your app. For the Floodit app, the Firebase SDK will collect and send data, similar to the Google tag for websites. This data is processed into reports that could show you how many users are reaching a certain level on a gaming app, or it could tell you how many users made a purchase in the app and what those purchases were. You can also create custom events to capture what is unique and important to your business. For example, you can log events when a user signs up for a newsletter, makes a purchase, or reaches a new level on a gaming app. Once analytics processes the data, it can't be changed. So remember, when you set up your configuration, don't exclude any data you think you might want to analyze later. How Google Analytics handles data. Google Analytics collects website and app data using code snippets, tags, or SDKs placed on pages, apps to track user interactions, device information, and traffic sources. 1. Data collection data is gathered through short snippets of JavaScript or HTML code on websites, tags, or the Firebase SDK in apps. Events. User interactions like page views, link clicks, or app-level events, e.g. reaching a game level, are sent to Google Analytics as events. Data captured. The code collects information about the device, browser, geographic location, and how users interact with the website or app. Cross-platform tracking. Google Analytics 4 GA4 uses machine learning to connect user data across different devices, websites, and apps, creating a more comprehensive view of a user's journey. Next is data processing and organization. Processing, collected data points are aggregated and organized into reports based on various criteria, such as device type or browser. Storage. The processed data is stored in different types of tables for efficient access, one set for fast, aggregated results, and another for more granular event and user-level data. AI-powered modeling. Google's AI and machine learning are used to model user journeys and fill in gaps in data, especially when users don't consent to cookie tracking, providing more complete insights. Third one is data usage and reporting. Real-time reports. Data appears in the real-time report first, then in other reports shortly after. Performance metrics. Google Analytics provides metrics such as page views, conversion rates, and user demographics to help businesses understand website and app performance. Customization. Users can customize reports to track specific metrics and create custom events to capture unique data points, like newsletter signups. Last one is privacy and data security. PII prohibition. Google contracts with customers prohibit the sending of personally identifiable information, PII, to Google Analytics. Advertising features. If used, advertising features rely on Google advertising cookies and require users to provide consent for personalized ads, in line with Google's policies. Data not editable. Once data is processed and stored, it cannot be changed.